trekking poles. Us humans have been using walking sticks since, well, likely since we started walking on two legs, so forever. Poles increase our stability on rough terrain and decrease wear and tear on our back and lower body, especially when carrying the extra weight of a backpack. Today's trekking poles are much more than a random stick that you find lying near the trailhead. In fact, there seems to be poles for nearly every activity: walking on paved paths, hiking on trails, backpacking, and even trail running. With so many options, it can be tough to find the right poles for your needs. Lucky for you, the team here at Enwild knows a few things about trekking poles, and we've created this video to get you on your way to the perfect pair of poles. For over 20 years, I've been using trekking poles for everything from hiking to setting up my camping shelter, to opening bottles, to thwarting unfriendly dogs, to making music, and more. I've spent enough time with trekking poles to know which features are important for me, so now let's find the perfect type of poles for you. The first and foremost goal should be to purchase from a quality manufacturer with a good reputation. You are really going to lean into these poles on every step, and you don't want them to fail on you while you're perched over a steep cliff, so make sure you go for quality. Once you find a good pole manufacturer, there are a few common features to consider before making a purchase. Namely, what is the proper fit and sizing? Should I get fixed length or adjustable? Folding or telescoping? Aluminum poles or carbon fiber poles? Let's find out. In order to take full advantage of your trekking poles, it's important to have a proper fit. Here's how you can find that fit. First, stand up straight on a flat surface while holding onto your poles the way you would when hiking. Place your arms at your sides with the tips of the poles on the ground near your feet. For a proper fit, you'll want a 90-degree bend or a right angle to form at your elbows. For example, this is too long, this is too short, and this is Goldilocks. If you don't have trekking poles, you can use a stick or measuring tape to measure from where you're holding it down to the ground. When you're climbing big, steep hills, you can shorten the poles to help your arms to use the poles to push your body up the hills. I love using poles for downhills. They help to alleviate the strain on your knees, and they really help with your balance and stability too. For big, steep downhills, you can increase the length of your poles so your body can remain upright on the downhill slope with the poles still making contact with the ground. Speaking of adjusting poles, let's discuss the differences between fixed length poles and adjustable poles. Fixed length poles are generally a single piece shaft construction. These are strong and less likely to bend and break. Since there is only one single pole shaft, there are less parts to mess with and less places for failures to occur. Fixed length poles are often lighter than adjustable poles. You do have to purchase the proper length for your height, but these types of poles are reliable and lightweight, making them a very popular option for trail running and racing. So, why would someone use adjustable poles? Telescoping adjustable poles and poles with button adjustment points usually have 2 or 3 pole segments. These segments can be lengthened or shortened to your desired length, which is super useful when you're walking in varied terrain, which is pretty much what hiking is. A fantastic feature of adjustable poles is their compact size when not in use. Whether you are folding the poles together or telescoping them down to shut, they pack down quite small. This is great for traveling, backpacking, and trail running. I use my trekking poles to set up my tarps when camping, so it's imperative that my poles are adjustable. Adjustable poles are sometimes easier to repair as well. If one part of the shaft breaks, it may be replaceable, so you don't have to purchase a whole new pair of trekking poles. Telescoping poles collapse, as you might have guessed. Smaller sections slide within larger diameter sections. 3-section telescoping poles are the most common design. These poles pack down quite small, so they easily attach to the outside of a backpack. They are also still very strong, yet flexible enough to handle all kinds of abuse from a multitude of outdoor activities. Folding poles typically break apart into 3 pieces, which are linked together by strong shock cords. These poles are not quite as strong and durable as telescoping poles, but they are lightweight and more packable. In fact, these poles can usually fit inside a backpack or running vest or even a travel bag. Folding poles are super popular in the trail running world and are very popular with lightweight hikers and backpackers too. Do note, not all folding poles are adjustable. Some folding poles unfold to a fixed length, making them suitable only for users of a certain height. Other folding poles, like the poles we have here, have an adjustable locking section in their design. So you do get some adjustability and great packability too. So, what should your pole be made of? Most folks don't use poles that are made of wood anymore. Instead, the most popular materials are aluminum and carbon fiber. Aluminum poles offer an excellent mix of durability, longevity, and reliability. These are a great option for hikers, backpackers, and snow sport enthusiasts. They typically cost less than carbon fiber poles, but they do weigh more and they flex, so even if they do get bent, they'll usually still work for you until you get them back home to repair them. If your biggest concern is weight, then carbon fiber poles are a great choice. These are really popular for ounce counting trail runners and hikers. These poles are much lighter than aluminum, but they are also more expensive. Carbon fiber poles are strong, but not as strong as aluminum poles. And since they don't flex, when they do break, they really snap and pop and become completely unusable. To sum it all up, using quality trekking poles with the right fit and the right features for your specific needs will increase your stability on rough terrain and decrease wear and tear on your body. Explore all the trekking pole options at Enwild. If you like these kinds of videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this one, leave a comment to let us know what you want to see. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the trail.